How's it going?
What up?
What's up?
How we doing, everybody?
How's it going? Are you flowing? That's the first thing that I say to you.
What is that from?
Tenacious D, remember?
No.
Ever Gently?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
I may have said it a little bit wrong.
That's okay.
It's fine.
Welcome back, everybody. Poor Decisions.
Yeah, episode 33.
Episode 30-something.
Yeah, which that'll come out in a date that is predetermined in the future. Because let me see here. That released on the 30th. So this 2 will be the 6th. So this will be day before the big day, buddy.
Oh, dude. Wow.
I know. But you said, so obviously it's like, we're trying to bank a couple episodes right now.
Yeah.
Because
next Monday's up in the air. We'll see how it goes.
well, I'm gone next Monday.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
I'm going to Frankfort, Tennessee. Kentucky, not Tennessee, sorry.
Right. Because I was talking to Nigel, and I'm just like, am I going to be bartending all week? He's like, no, I'll take care of like Thursday and Friday.
No, it was funny because I asked Nigel, I'm like, so what are you guys doing next Sunday? Like, who's working next Sunday? He's like, oh, me and Conor are splitting it. I'm like,
Yeah, we're going to do
oh, that must be nice. I'm like,
But
ultimately, it would be a good test for trying to figure out having another
Yeah.
person on. Because, I was tired
I bet, man.
because we opened that the kitchen.
Are we just calling it like transparent food? Do we know the name?
I
Is it
think we're just calling it the kitchen. I don't know.
Kitchen? Okay.
That would be a great name for
The
just
kitchen.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's already taken, but
Probably. Yeah.
but yeah, we should. It was a hectic day, and it's not even like we made a big ordeal about having the food. It just
Yeah.
ended up being a big day.
Regardless.
Luckily, yeah, we had the food.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a lot less. I feel like it still would have been a solid day without the food.
Yeah.
It just was an even better day because of the food.
Yeah. When I got there, it was a full bar. So.
Yeah. And I know Nigel helped a couple times when he was the short time he was there, and Nolan came over and helped a little bit too, but he was mostly focused on, trying to run the food and fix any issues, because we ran into a few
Address
issues.
some bottlenecks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because, there was a handful of issues and whatnot. So, yeah. Today's episode might be a little rough because I know you're dealing with some sinus stuff, sinus and allergy stuff, and
so bad.
I'm just worn down from the previous day. So
I apologize in advance, people. I sound
bear with us.
I sound like a bag of buttholes.
A bag of buttholes. All right.
To put it lightly. So anyway, let's get into it.
How about a beer?
Definitely want to do a special beer first. Super special.
Super special. I brewed this beer.
Yeah, it is
I do
Conor's
believe.
beer. So you want to tell us about his beer? I'll pour, sir.
Yeah. So it's a pale ale. I used Sriracha Ace hops, which has that like very definitive lemongrass characteristic. I think I dry hopped with Allura. Let me double check.
Don't even
my
know her.
notes here.
You didn't even catch that, did you?
Allura.
Don't even know her.
Hardly know her.
Hardly know her. Oh, okay, whatever.
Close enough.
I'm tired.
Yeah. So it's Pacifica and Sriracha Ace went into the boil.
Nice.
Um,
This is the nice thing about Crowler sometimes is you can get a full pour.
hey.
Yeah, and there's actually still a little bit in there, too.
And it's a good beer.
And the name
I
of
really
it?
like it. Appetite for Distraction
Uh-huh, and you got that from?
from Guns N' Roses, and
Yeah.
also for being easily distracted.
What?
I know.
We are not easily
I know,
distracted.
not us.
No, not at
We're
all.
always on our game.
There's probably somebody, episodes ago saying, like, hey, you still haven't finished this one topic.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but, that's what we do here.
But this is, it's got a nice, like, toasty, malty backbone.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Now we got to be careful.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've drank a beer out of this glass. At home, this is my water glass.
Okay, well, then you should definitely be your beer.
Man, that's good.
It's a really good beer.
That's really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like kind of got like some, I feel like pineapple notes to it.
A little bit. I can see that. Yeah.
Like tropical fruit.
Well, and sometimes like I get like custard on it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So you say it's just a pale ale, right?
It's just a pale ale. Yeah. 5.2, 42 IBU, I do believe.
It's good.
Let me see.
Is good beer.
I was just looking at the brew sheet for it. Pale malt, heritage malt, and crystal red. 5.2 is the ABV. 42 is the IBU.
Okay, nice.
2.5 pounds of Valora is my dry hop. 1.5 pounds each.
How many hops usually go into like a dry hopping?
I think it just kind of depends on the style and the beer.
Okay.
Because I think Lucent is like 5 pounds of Galaxy, and
so that's basically
Citra.
a pound per barrel then,
roughly.
Because we have a 5-barrel system.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't seem like too much.
So it really just depends on the style.
Yeah.
My next beer I'm brewing is the Scottish Light.
Oh, I remember he was talking about that. I'm excited for that one too.
Me too.
Because he tried to do a Scotch Light
and
before.
That turned into a tad bit much.
Because he used a little too much of that, like
chocolate
some sort of
malt.
chocolate. It was actually chocolate malt? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah. And what's funny is like I was looking at, what day was that? Thursday. This past Thursday. I was looking at the I think it's Brees or Bryce. I can't remember how to say the name of the people that
the malt company.
Yeah, I think it's Brees. I think it's Brees. But they will show like your whatever malt you're looking at, like their SRM.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's the color range for beer for people who don't know. SRM
so you can do like a combination and it'll give you
it won't show you, but it will just
like
tell you like it will just tell you like whatever like malted barley you're looking at.
Oh, when you combine the malts or whatever?
No, just the one.
Just the one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I'm looking at like crystal red, it will give me like the SRM color.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like I'm looking at these and I'm looking at the BJCP guideline for Scottish Lights, and it's a light beer.
Yeah.
Like I think the SRM is between like 12 and 22.
So it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be
not
a
even
light beer.
Red.
No, it's supposed to be like that golden.
Okay.
Kind of corn or hay color.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of the Scottish beers are usually more caramel in color.
Yeah, they're more on the copper.
Like, kind of right in the middle, because SRM goes up to I think 80.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
80 or 100 or something like that. And I mean,
so
100 would make sense.
That's one thing I was looking at. It was just like, I'm looking at all these descriptors for these malts that fit the description of a Scottish Light, and I'm just like, well, these colors aren't matching. Like, if I'm going for a Scottish Light, I have to make sure that I get that color right too.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like I put together the recipe, and Nolan was just like,
it looks like it only goes up to 40.
Well, Nolan's like, well, we'll see if because it's I think it's 23 or 24 is the high end of the SRM value for a Scottish Light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a wee heavy is going to usually be in the low to high 30 range.
Yeah. So I'm excited. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hope,
Don't do what I did.
Pressure's on to make it better than I made it because I didn't even make one.
True.
It turned into a brown ale.
Yeah, and because it's a lower ABV, it was a session brown.
Yeah, so I'm aiming for 3.5. 3.5 is the high end. It's like 2.2 to 3.5 is the ABV range for a Scottish.
That'd be nice
Light.
to have a low ABV darker.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I mean, besides like because Chickadee Check is like 4.5.
Yeah, it's in the mid fours.
But that's a dark. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's a dark lager.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that beer. I'm excited to brew it, and I think that'll be.
I mean, I love Scottish
beers. He sent me the brew schedule. Let's see.
Yeah, he said he was working on. He had a lull yesterday, so he worked on that, and I was still just grinding away.
So it looks like I'm going to brew. Mary Monk.
Oh, nice. I love Mary Monk.
Oh, wait, no. He's brewing Mary Monk. So Mary Monk's coming up.
So he's starting to get to the point where now that you're getting more, he will assign who is brewing.
Well, this is just because I have that week off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this Thursday I'm brewing Mary Monk, and then the following Thursday before my wedding he's brewing it.
Oh, so he's going to do Mary Monk as a
distro.
distro.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, looks like I'm going to be brewing after that.
I think he did Merry Monk last year as distro too.
We did, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm brewing Merry Monk this week on the 5th. When I come back, I'm brewing Wee Bit on the 19th. Nolan is going to be off the last week of September. So Thursday and Friday, Thursday I'm kegging and brewing a rye IPA.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Huh.
I don't know if it's liver rye.
But liver rye is a pale ale, not an IPA.
So it's a rye IPA.
Huh.
And then the first Thursday in October, I'm brewing Jason's recipe for a hoppy wheat.
Yeah.
Because we're doing the hip hop hooray.
Yeah.
And they want breweries to pair with a home brewer and do an upscaled recipe. So we're gonna get together with Jason Clancy.
Yeah.
And brew his recipe. So I have a feeling that it's gonna be Nolan stepping aside and having
you and Jason work together.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'll be fun. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be my first time, kind of coaching someone through how to do everything.
Yeah. And I know
I think that's gonna be a good test for me.
Yeah. And he was starting to talk about, somebody was talking to him the other day, and he was talking about you, and he's like, yeah, our Solomon, and he's like, soon he'll be just a brewer. Assistant brewer or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, even though, I'm trying to get the brew team. Yeah.
Brew team, baby. Let's go. So what else was I looking at here? The hoppy wheat. And then the following day is when we brewed my Scottish Light.
Nice. Getting ready to crank out some more beers.
And then the following weekend is Brew at the Zoo, which I guess we're being a part of.
Are we this year?
That's what it says on the schedule.
Okay. So that is.
And then we're going to be at the Arboretum in Overland Park on the 19th. So this is the 12th and the 19th of October. Second and third weekend.
Okay.
Saturday.
Well, I know the 26th is hip hop
hooray.
And I potentially have an event in the event space that day too.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
October is going to be a busy month, man. September, not so much.
But that'll be good because usually October we've already started slowing down.
Yeah, going into the fall, winter season.
Because then November gets really slow too. And then December's December. Because you guys are going to have to brew. Well, I guess you don't have to brew it until the beginning of November. The Beer Karma.
Yeah, because that's going to be on tap. We usually do that on tap, like the weekend of
the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Nick's recipe this year.
Yeah, it's back to Nick.
Yeah.
But I know they've talked about changing up the style. I think still keeping it a stout, but
not so much an oatmeal stout, but
I think
something
maybe
else
change
instead,
which is going to probably upset a lot of people.
Yeah. Honestly, they've all been good. I've liked them all.
Yeah.
I've liked all three iterations. Honestly, I thought that this past year was the best one.
Nolan's.
Yeah.
He did make his the most convoluted, though, too.
Yeah, which is so funny because he's not a
big adjunct person.
Yeah.
He likes to keep stuff
it simple. Yeah, true to styles. Keep it simple, man.
Nolan would be excellent as a German brewer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
With the four
ingredient laws. 4 ingredients, the Reinheitsgebot.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yep.
But man, this is a good beer.
Yeah.
I think that people are going to enjoy this beer a lot.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I mean, because people are already getting after it, and you said even before it even got kegged that we had already kind of gone through
a good amount.
Yeah.
Just off the bright tank.
Yeah, and that's a slow pour.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's almost like we need an extra nozzle. So once we get it done or whatever, we just have the handle on the back.
Oh, yeah.
So if something stays in there, because I know that's what Diametric does. They will put stuff into the bright tank, and they have from the bottom feeder tube or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of times, whenever they do that, they will pull it, and they have to let it flow a little bit.
Yeah.
Before they start pouring.
So we have
because that whole tube is filled.
Yeah, we have that thing that goes off of the. God, I should know the name of that.
the little spiral.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. It's like a, and it just like what it does is it gets rid of all the foam.
Oh, okay.
So it comes out like how it would come out of a tap.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's the Goldwater in Scottsdale. When I went there, they had four bright tanks in the tap room.
Yeah.
And they were pouring beer off the bright tanks through those.
It's
like,
it's a slow.
Yeah,
pour.
It's a slow pour, but
because like Diametric, like they have the lower arm or whatever the hell it is, where you guys usually like end up kegging off of.
Yeah.
They have a tube that's attached to it, and at the top of that tube, they have a tap handle.
Yeah.
So whenever they do it, like they have like a dump bucket underneath it. So they pull it, they let it flow a little bit, because obviously that portion's not going to be as cold because it's coming back up and it's just beer sitting in there.
Yeah.
And so then they let it flow a little bit, and then they start filling glasses.
Yeah. But
so they use their bright tanks as like serving tanks.
Yeah, that's what this Goldwater does.
Yeah.
And I think it's a cool concept, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's no yeast in there, so it's carbonated beer, but it's being served at 32 degrees, so
yeah.
You know, hopefully I'd imagine through the process of going through that spiral that it, you know, probably gets closer to serving temp.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like it's almost like the idea of like whenever you're homebrewing and you have like the wort chiller thing, because it's a coil, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. It's a coil. That's what we keep saying spiral.
Words are hard.
Words are hard, people. Come on. It's Monday.
It's a rough day. It's Labor Day.
It is Labor Day. Yeah. Happy Labor
Day. It was weird.
It'll be late for when this comes out.
Whatever. I was playing Call of Duty with Steve this morning, and I'm just like, shouldn't you be working right now? And Gina's like, it's Labor Day. I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, it's funny because like Nigel, like somebody said like, oh yeah, happy Labor Day weekend. Nigel's like, not like I get it off. I'm still working.
Yeah, no shit. Like when you're in the service industry, like you're still working on Labor Day.
Yeah, like
or the weekend of.
I've had several jobs where even like regular jobs, it's just like, okay, we don't do Labor Day.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, whatever.
Like this job and the sushi restaurant, we were always closed on Mondays. So like I've always had like the 3-day weekend, third day off, and like it means nothing to me.
Yeah. Like, I remember what was it on Easter? Like we closed on Easter, and like somebody on the Beer Tasting KC page, they like said like posted like, hey, who's open on Easter? And then somebody posted like, oh, Transparent's not. And they're like, well, why aren't they? It's like, because what does it matter? Like you asked who is open.
Yeah.
Not why are some of these breweries not open?
Like I'm not a religious person, but that's, you know, it's a religious holiday.
Yeah,
like,
and people spend time with family and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm sorry that we're part of those people that spend time with family or friends or whatever. And
I wouldn't have minded working this year, but that was when the Chive was still having issues too, before they decided to close down. So, but like I know, like I've had people like on that Beer Tasting KC page. Somebody like occasionally you'll see something about Monday breweries or whatever, and people are like, "Why are breweries open on Monday?" Da, 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 da.
People need the day off.
Or like we've had, we had another holiday on a Monday, I think in the past year, and like somebody on Sunday was like, "Oh, like I'll just come. Are you guys open tomorrow for the holiday?" Like we're never open on Monday.
No.
Like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
Most places aren't.
No, a lot of breweries are not. Like Diametric is smart in being open on Monday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And ideally, like I think being open on a Monday wouldn't be a bad idea for us, especially with how slow Tuesdays have.
I mean, Tuesdays are okay.
Because like Diametric's closed on Tuesday then.
Yeah. And now Broken Hatchet is too.
They're closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's just, business slowed down. And but they're doing it more seasonally as well. I think they just decided to close down on Tuesdays sooner than they were hoping because come springtime, like they had announced, like, hey, we're open on Tuesdays now. And there's breweries that do that. Like, they have summer hours and then they have winter hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, they have longer hours in the summer and maybe an extra day, where in the winter hours, it's
slowing it down a bit.
One less day and less hours.
Yeah.
They open later. Don't close as late.
The weather today, dude, it's getting me so excited for fall.
I know. Well, I mean,
feels
Jen and I are
nice
going
outside.
to the ball game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I did try to put us. I was trying to put us on the backside because it's a 3:00 game.
So the sun.
So I was trying to put us on the side where the sun was going to be behind us.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any tickets along that, which is technically the visitors section, because I had a discount code.
Yeah.
Through the Royals because of birthday stuff.
And
so I'm like all the way out like towards the outfield. But I was like, it's still
That's
like
not
I'm on
bad.
that side.
Yeah, and it's not
So
like fucking hot outside.
And the sun's at least still to our back, so it's not like I'm trying to look into the sun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, this is like the first year in 4 or 5 years we haven't gone to a Royals game. Like Gina and I try to go to at least one a year.
Yeah, and if I would have thought about that, I would have went ahead and bought some extra tickets.
Nah, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Being like, hey, come, like you're gonna have to tell the Zonies to F off tonight. But
yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
I did want to ask, like, we started talking about it before we recorded, and I was like, hey, hold that for the recording. Like you said, with the wedding coming up, like you guys, the event space has a bartender, but like you're making the menu.
Yes.
So you went to Total Wine.
Yep.
And we're picking out like liquors and stuff to have.
We curated our cocktail list.
Yeah. But I was really fascinated about this gin you were starting to talk about.
Oh, dude. So we're doing 3 cocktails. We're doing.
Oh, you're doing the 3 because I think you said 2 because you wanted to do the smoked
mezcal old fashioned.
Mezcal old fashioned.
Yeah. Which so we got all the ingredients for all 3 cocktails. Made 2 of them last night because the third one is called a Carajillo, and it's thank you. So it's coffee. And it's called Liqueur 43, which is like an orange. It's kind of like a triple sec in a way.
Okay.
So it's an orange liqueur.
All I'm thinking is like that coffee tequila I had would probably have been.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's an expensive bottle.
Yeah, it is. So it's that. So a Carajillo is like cold brew or iced coffee with this Liqueur 43, and that's it. So
I feel like gin will be all over that.
So that's going to be on tap. Or not on tap, but we're making it, and we're also going to have a decaf option as well.
Oh, okay.
Because her boss is going to provide the coffee for us from Filling Station.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he offered like, hey, if you guys want coffee, like, I can bring it.
Well, and then like Nolan is hooking you up with
free beer,
some beer, yeah, and
my beer, and then festive.
And the festive is like, dude, your beer makes sense. The festive, I'm like, really?
So excited because I originally wanted a kickstand, but we don't have it on the schedule. Like, it's not in a tank. We don't have 6 barrels of it.
We're gonna run out of kickstand here soon. Then,
well,
I mean, I guess we technically do have a batch of it in there, but kickstand always goes fast.
It does. It's an easy middle of the road. So anyway, we went to Total Wine, the artist formerly known as Lukas Liquor.
Yeah.
And
they're doing good with Total though too.
I like it, man. I've gotten used to it now. Like I do. There's something I miss about Lukas. I feel like it felt more like homey, and
it did feel more homey. I do like
it felt more of like a locally owned liquor store, even though it was huge.
I am starting to enjoy the feel of Total Wine though, where it's, I don't want to say more sophisticated, but it's almost more proper.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're much more like, Lukas was homey, and like you'd go in and be like, buddy, where this one, like, they're trying to be much more like educational and helpful.
Yes, and I appreciate the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So we got ingredients for our mezcal old fashioned. So we got, I can't remember, some sort of reposado tequila, a mezcal, some agave nectar, and then we got ingredients for a paloma, which palomas are usually vodka based.
Okay.
Or no, are they tequila based?
I think you're probably right on the. Here I can look it up real quick.
So she likes gin. Gina likes gin, so she usually does like a gin based paloma, and it's usually your liquor. It's like a
tequila.
It's tequila. Okay.
Yeah. Tequila, lime juice, and grapefruit soda.
So yeah, we do like grapefruit. We found like a really good like organic grapefruit like juice mixer or whatever, and then we found a a gin that is an Irish gin from Ireland's first women-owned distillery, which is like wild.
What was the name of that?
Oh, Bohane, Bohane.
Bohane Gin.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Is that it? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and it's so good too. Like, there's like strawberry notes in there that like you get when you like. I didn't get it, so we like Anthony. Shout out to Anthony at Total Wine, who comes into the tap room.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. All those guys.
He recently just like in the last 6 months got into tattoos, and now he's like all tattooed up.
So like Anthony, Luke, and Lukas, and what's the other guy's name?
Luke.
No, I said Luke and Lukas.
Oh, you said Luke and Lukas?
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about? Because there's a couple other guys.
The guy he has a pretty his voice carries. Still has glasses. Lukas has glasses, and then there's the other guy with glasses.
Shorter, a little bit more stoutly.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
Yes.
Either. I've been struggling
kind of like
with his
medium
name.
length, like dirty blonde hair.
Yeah.
They're all fantastic people. They're really nice. But Anthony was just like, hey, if you find something on the shelf that you want to try, like, let us know and I'll crack it open. And we can do samples.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. So we tried this Bohane gin, and we're like, yeah, this is it. Like, and then once we got home and we made the actual the cocktail, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
See, and there's something I like about gin.
So fucking good.
Like, I know people struggle with gin because of the botanical stuff, and this is something I learned.
I kind of love it, though.
I learned from a guy who actually had his, it was from a recent company. Come to find out, like, he actually he had his sommelier.
Oh, wow.
But, like, he had done a bunch of cocktail stuff, too. So, like, we had gone to a store when we were doing a work retreat and bought a bunch of stuff, and he was making some cocktails. And he educated me a little bit more on gin.
Gin is, man,
when done right.
Yeah.
And I know that was like Restless Spirits here in KC.
Yeah.
It's female owned and operated.
Yeah.
And like, she does not like gin, but wanted to enjoy gin like drinks. So basically engineered a gin that she enjoyed. And it is a solid gin.
I like gin when it's done, like if it's not
like Sapphire.
I can't do Sapphire. I can't do Bombay. I can't do Beefeater.
Yeah, and see, like, I've not done a lot of gin.
Oh, I've had a lot of gin, and they all like all those big ones kind of taste the same.
Yeah, and I remember Bombay reminds me of a military guy. We did my first 2-week drill. We went to 29 Palms, California. So anybody who's Marine is familiar with 29 Palms, California. The joke is
what's the history there?
It's in California. It's called 29 Palms.
Are there only 29 palm trees?
No, it sometimes it's joked and it's called 29 stumps. It's usually by the people who have been there because it is a training facility. The base takes up a very small amount of this large base that they do a lot of field op training at.
Okay.
I mean, like, tankers go there to do their training. A lot. And like, so my first 2-week drill was there. It was the desert of California in January. People are like, oh, you get to go to California in January. I'm like, it's the desert.
It still gets cold.
Yes. And hot in the same damn day. Woke up with frozen toes every day, and about noon you would start feeling your toes again. But when we got done, because we were literally in the field for 12 days straight.
Goddamn.
And then got back, and then because the base is a very small area, a bunch of people just like, okay, like, you guys are free to do whatever you want tonight. Stay out of trouble. Like, you're on a small base. It's hard to get into trouble.
Oh, boy.
And so a lot of guys went to the store. We had one guy. He picked up a fifth of Bombay and proceeded to finish it.
Dear Lord.
In an evening.
Did he go to the hospital?
No. because he puked it all back out.
Did he puke his fucking guts out?
Yes, and it wasn't a guy that we were overly fond of.
So he deserved it.
So he kind of deserved it.
Well, I mean, when you do that, then yeah, you deserve the repercussions.
Yeah, and but then like we were
around and
we were
find
in
out.
this squad bay, so a bunch of Marines sleeping in this one squad bay, and we all heard him.
Oh.
But everybody ignored it.
Hell yeah.
Except for one guy, which we were also kind of on.
Well, but you got to make sure he's not, going to die like Jimi Hendrix and throwing up while
and we
he's
did
on
that.
his back.
We did that. So one guy ended up getting up. That was a kind of a squirrely dude, but he was
Turn him
also
on his side, man.
he was
Turn
a
him on his
nurse.
side.
He's a nurse as well. And he literally got him up, dragged him to the shower, and like turned on the shower. And then,
my God.
like a lot of times in training barracks like that, like the mattresses are not like regular mattresses; they're actually like those plastic-y.
Yeah.
And it just like took it in there too and hosed it off.
Hey,
and then just
easy way to
kind
clean
of
up.
chucked him back in bed.
Fuck.
So then we never let that dude let it down either.
Yikes. Good. I mean,
and I've not said names for the safety of
yes.
the others, but anybody who's was with me, like I know we don't get a lot of listeners, but maybe at some point, we'll have more listeners, and anybody who was in my unit at that time will know exactly who I'm talking about.
That poor bastard.
Yeah. I mean, the dude, he ended up being a good dude, and he was just a little squirrely, but yeah, because he got in shortly after I got in, and
young and dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because like I was the younger one for a long time still too.
Zeke, you were just like chilling out, bro.
He was taking a nap.
Go back to sleep, dude.
Yeah. He's like, but I'm done napping. But anyway, back to you were talking about this gin.
Yeah.
And I sidebarred it.
No, it was really good. Making it with the gin or with the grapefruit like juice or whatever was just awesome.
I'm excited to try that. Like, and so
yeah, they're both really good.
Nigel did a mezcal old fashioned the other night. I struggled with it.
I'm a big fan.
I struggle with certain smoke stuff.
Yeah.
Like my father was a big old fashioned person, and so I've enjoyed old fashions, but I guess I'm very particular.
Well, this one, the one mezcal that we got, I feel like was pretty mild on the smoke.
And maybe yours will be better then. I'll still try it, absolutely.
Yeah. And so now it's just like, boiling down to, because we were talking to Anthony, and we're just like, hey, like if we need to buy alcohol through you, do we get a discount? He's like, yeah, you can get like 10% off of a case.
Nice.
If you buy in bulk, you get a discount. And we're just like, okay, cool.
Well, and then if you end up having extra stuff, like I will, like buy a bottle.
We
like
will.
if you have full like bottle or whatever, like I'll buy a bottle off of you.
Because we'll probably like we're thinking about doing that. Just based on the stuff that we made our cocktails with, where I'm just like, we're the main thing for me.
I'm good.
Okay, I was about to mute you because you looked like you were about to.
Yeah, I did the little sniffle thing, and no, it wasn't even a little. I did a sniffle thing in the mic, and all of a sudden I'm like leaning away. Yeah.
So yeah, we're I'm just like, well, if we like what we bought, then we have to make sure that we get the same spirits and stuff, to keep the same like flavor profile.
Yeah.
So this goddamn bartender, fucking
still haven't heard?
No. Nope.
We should fire him. Zeke, stop it. Hey, quit licking your paw, dude.
I'm just like, well, let's buy all the stuff, and
just
then
like,
just like,
here you
this
go.
is how you make it.
Figure it out.
Here's the recipe. Here's your cheat sheet. Like, you son of a bitch.
You see the lines on this glass?
I do.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, that's warped. Especially like right there on this side.
Well, it's like literally like all the way around the lines.
Yeah.
I've had this glass for a while. That's weird. Never noticed that before.
I've got to use the little beer tenders.
Well, good luck, sir. All right, so I'm going to go off of, I'm going to talk about this Bohane Irish gin for a little bit. I pulled up a site that kind of has a little bit more description on it. So it says, created by Ireland's first female master gin distiller. It looks like Deidre Bohane This Irish gin marries the art of alchemy with the beauty of local nature in the southwest of Ireland. This is a bespoke, refreshing distilling of blackberry, rosehip, bergamot, bay leaf, rosemary, and thyme botanicals, which results in a truly Irish gin experience. I'm excited. Like, I want to try this gin. You know, like me being a alcohol connoisseur, I guess, if you will. Like, I will always, like, I'm a big cocktail person, but I'll always end up, you know, drinking. Like, I always want to try the alcohols by themselves first to see if I'm even going to like it, right? As one should. Like, whenever, you know, I've gotten a nice bottle of whiskey or scotch or whatever, or, you know, been gifted it, like, I always try it by itself. A lot of times that heat on the whiskeys and stuff messes with me a little bit, so I will still try it a little bit by itself. And then a lot of times whenever I'm doing whiskey and stuff like that, like, I will at least do ice on it, or, you know, as they refer to it, as rocks, to try and, because as the ice melts, it adds a little bit more water to it and cuts that heat down. One thing I've learned, if you want to try and not, you know, drink it without the rocks on it, is mineral water actually helps cut the heat on a lot of whiskeys as well. So, but going on, it says Bohane Dry Gin not only captivates the senses with the exquisite flavor, but also entices the eye with its remarkable bottle design. And it is a really cool looking bottle too. I know Conor didn't really talk about it.
The bottle is like one of the main selling points, because there's a ladybug on it, there's a bumblebee, there's a dragonfly, there's a lemon,
butterfly up here too.
There's a little butterfly,
and it's got kind of like a gold foil print to it, but then like around the border they almost have
it's dope as fuck.
It's almost looks like it's a Celtic like symbol. It's hard to explain. It's not the cross, but it almost looks kind of like a cross. But yeah, it
might be the best gin I've ever had. Like,
really nice.
Like, I'm not trying to be like hyperbolic, or anything, but like, it's really fucking good.
But it says it was Ireland's first master gin distiller. It looks like Deidre Bohane, so it is her gin.
It's so good, dude.
But it says it's distillation of blackberry, rosehip, bergamot, bay leaf, rosemary, and thyme.
Yeah.
So I was telling the listeners here, like, I'm excited to try it, and was talking about, like, you know, me being an alcohol connoisseur, not connoisseur, but like consumer or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you should always try alcohol by itself.
100%. Yeah.
Even though I'm a big cocktail person, though, too.
Yeah, me too. And, like, try stuff you don't like or you don't think you like.
Yeah, because you never know.
You never know, man.
Yeah. And this is one of those things we were talking about, you know, going to like bourbon bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where sometimes, like, you got to be careful because some of those bourbons and scotches get pricey really fast.
Oh yeah. Even gins too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
it was
all
Matt and Chrissy.
All that craft stuff can get expensive really fast.
Yeah. So it was Matt and Chrissy were talking about that. You know, they went to a place one time and didn't realize, like, she paid $50 for a 2-ounce thing of like scotch. But then, like, and she's like, it would have been fine if I would have known going into it, but like, they didn't warn her or nothing. And they're like, well, we didn't drink that much, but like, our bill ended up being like $100.
What's the old adage? If you got to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly. But there was like no pricing listed.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. But I don't like that practice of
I know, it's
listing shit and not giving me a price. Like,
yeah.
I want to know what I'm paying for.
Yeah, and if it says market price,
that means too much.
Yeah,
that means too much.
Yes,
AKA you too broke.
Well, and that's
broke
like
motherfuckers.
Recently, you know, when I started buying some of the pumpkin beers, that I bought that Prairie one.
Uh-huh.
Like, I already
market
knew
price.
I knew it was going to be
Everything
expensive.
Prairie is expensive.
Yeah, it was like what did I say? Like 14
like
or
14 or 15 for a
that
16-ounce
bottle.
can.
No, it was the 12-ounce bottle.
Fuck me.
I'm good.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And I knew it was going to be expensive, but like, I knew. Now, if they would have said like 20, I'd be like, yeah, you can put that one in. But I figured, I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to probably be in the 12 to 15 range.
God damn.
I knew it going into it. But that's the thing, like with some of those bourbon bars or whatever, like you can go into them But then, like, you can, like, they're like, oh, you have this bottle where it's like, $1,000 or more for a bottle. Like, I'll take a shot of that or a drink of that because, like, okay, I'm spending maybe $100 to try it, where I'm not wasting $1,000 and not liking it then. Because Chase, we know Chase.
Yeah.
He comes in and he's talked about that. Like I remember him talking one time. I'm pretty sure it was Chase. He was talking about not Chase, school teacher Chase or school administrator Chase. I'm talking about
not Chase Nugent, but yeah.
Nolan's from Chase, yeah. And because before he came friends with Nolan, he actually used to come in a lot more. And he was talking about how he went to, like, we were talking Scotch one time and bourbon and stuff and whiskey, and he was talking about how he went to a place and there was something, it was like $1,800 for a bottle. He's like, I'm never gonna buy that bottle. No. But he's like, I was at a nice bourbon bar or whatever, and they had it. It was $300 for like a draw glass, right? He's like, I went ahead and did it. He's like, it really was fucking good. He's like, but I'd much rather spend that $300 to enjoy that glass than to potentially buy that bottle and not like it at all.
I don't know, man. Because I feel like if you could spend that $1,200 on that bottle, and if you don't like it, sell it to somebody.
Somebody will buy it.
Somebody will buy it.
Yeah.
Even if you drink, your 1 ounce, because $300 for like what, maybe 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces tops.
See, and my thing
that's
is like
outrageous.
And see, like that's my thing. Like, I'll just use it to make cocktails, which sounds outrageous using that expensive of alcohol to make cocktails. Yeah. But I like cocktails.
Me too.
I mean, because I recently bought one of the nicer bottles, one of the Rieger bottles. So, like, usually their bottles are like, I think like 30, and
60 to 70 is what I've seen.
I bought one. It was 60.
Yeah.
But it was it was one of the rye ones.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit more expensive.
A little more specialty.
Yeah. Because like I've learned I gravitate more. I like the rye whiskeys a little bit more. It seems to me it has a little less heat.
I like the spice. I like the spice.
It has a little less heat on it too.
Yeah.
Now like when Boulevard does a rye ×6, that's getting ridiculous. But like when
their 6 glass rye. Oh.
Yeah.
That shit was rough.
Like, we've had that liver rye pale ale. Yeah. Super good. Yeah. So I'm excited about that rye IPA.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what recipe that is. I don't think it's not liver rye.
Yeah.
But it should be good.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. Because I know Nolan's not a huge fan of.
On that note.
Oh, yeah.
How about a beer?
Absolutely.
We're only one beer in and we're 42 minutes in.
I know.
But I mean, it was a crowler.
It was a whole.
So it was a proper pint.
Yeah. Don't pick the bottle because I forgot to grab the bottle opener.
Oh, vanilla cream ale. Oh, yeah, we've had this one.
We've had it before, but not on the show.
Yeah, the Love Gun.
Love Gun from, is it Heavy Riff Brewing, I believe?
Yes.
So they name all their beers.
Goes to 11.
Yeah, they name all their beers off of like songs and stuff like that. So it is a vanilla cream ale. So this one of the reasons why we got this one was to compare it to
Sock
Hop, which I think we're almost to the last keg of that on Sock.
I'm not surprised.
I mean the keg, like I checked it yesterday. Well, because it helps when the keg cooler is a little bit more empty.
Yeah,
it's easier to see stuff. Even though I almost tapped a wrong keg of Weebit yesterday because. Cheers, sir.
It smells good.
It does smell good.
But I still think Sock Hop smells better.
It has,
and I don't like Sock Hop.
It has a different vanilla smell to it, though. I mean, granted, it was a year ago.
It gives me like Nilla wafer vibes. It has like a vanilla cookie.
Yeah.
Instead of just like a straight like vanilla like bean.
Yeah.
Because I get like more malt base off of this one. That's pretty fucking good. I almost feel like I taste peanut butter in that for some reason.
Huh. I see what you're saying. I feel like this year's different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was 5.7, or not 5.7. It's 5.7 now. I feel like it was like 4.5 before.
I get like a peanut nuttiness out of that.
That is a cool.
Yeah, that's a cool can.
Yeah, it's even got a little texture to it.
Yeah,
I like that.
it goes to 11.
Yeah, which is funny because it's Love Gun, which is a Kiss reference.
Yeah,
but then it says just brew that goes to 11. So they probably put this on most of their stuff.
yeah.
But then obviously that's this is Spinal Tap reference. But yeah, Heavy Riff Brewing Company is based out of St. Louis.
You can't really dust for vomit. He just exploded.
But nowadays you could test for DNA off of that.
That's a movie we need to add to the playlist for Gina.
Need to go back and watch that too.
Oh, dude, I love
ale with natural flavor added.
So I'm out of coffee at home.
Oh yeah, we've been out of milk.
So I'm out of coffee. So to make the carajillo, you need like cold brew or iced coffee. And so we just bought like a pre-made thing of cold brew from Target.
Uh-huh.
Like the Good and Gather brand. It is the worst fucking thing, like coffee tasting thing I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And I worked at Starbucks, and I've drank pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, ugh.
So,
Kylan the other day brought home one of the cold ones because he's switched over. He changed jobs, so he's kind of helping with it. It's a Target, but it has a Starbucks in it.
Oh, he's working at a Starbucks.
Yeah, and he's done that before. It was just a different one, but he brought it was like a pumpkin spice chai or something. We think.
Yeah,
Jen enjoyed it. It was a cold.
Yeah,
it wasn't a hot drink.
I know. I know what it is.
But yeah. Anyway, you were talking.
It was terrible. This cold brew was made with natural flavors.
Quote unquote natural flavors.
I'm just like, it's coffee and water. What?
Yeah. And I've had you try that Black Rifle, some of those Black Rifle ones too.
Well, and so like, I usually drink like if it's a pre-made like cold brew concentrate, I'll drink it straight.
Yeah, I know we talked about that before.
I don't cut it. I just drink it.
Well, even you said the one you personally make, you don't cut a lot.
No, I don't. And if I have some old brew, I'll turn it into ice cubes and throw it in my cold brew.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
because I have a problem.
Yeah, you have a caffeine addiction. I mean, the caffeine is a drug, right?
And because I have a problem, but it was so bad, like it tasted metallic.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? Like it smelled gross. It tasted bad. And it was a satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. And I'm just guess who's getting
my money back?
$4.34 back, bitch. Like
how much was it?
It was like $4.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Okay.
Yeah, it was like $4 for like 5 servings. Because you have to cut it.
Yeah. Well,
quote unquote have to cut it.
The Black Rifle stuff I brought in that one time. It was a 32-ounce bottle.
Oh,
it looked like a Gatorade bottle.
Oh, it was so much better than yeah.
Apparently, my son has issues with Black Rifle. I think it has more to do with politics, but
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not great, but it's not Starbucks.
It ain't good. It ain't Good and Gather. That shit's god awful.
Yeah, and my always save of cold brew.
God, good Lord. So I will never buy. So that being said, I'm still out of coffee at home. I'm fucked for tomorrow morning because I don't have coffee.
You're not gonna go get something today? Well, you usually buy beans and grind them yourself.
I do. Yeah. Well, I think so. She works tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'm gonna be like, hey, give me a bag of beans, like because I'm desperate. I'm like fiending. I've got that itch, man.
You got that?
Hey, man,
that Dave Chappelle itch. You got any more of that coffee?
You got any more of that whole bean?
Yeah. And so I've almost thought about trying to buy some whole bean to take into the brewery because you brought that grinder in there.
Yeah.
To try and grind the stuff out and start learning how to do my own cold brew.
Michaela, I know it's not a good grinder. I had that thing for 10 years, which is why it's now been
in the brewery.
Given away for free. It's a hand-me-down grinder.
Yeah, because you have a fairly nice one at home then.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely more consistent in its grind.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been Kylan leaving.
So it's yeah, it's also Mr. Coffee. It's a Mr. Coffee grinder, which, come on, it's Mr. Coffee.
But you know what? Good for Mr. Coffee for making a grinder as well. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I'm still learning. I'm just now, gotten into coffee in the last couple of years, and now I'm starting to learn more and more. That I'm like, I feel like, well, definitely during like the summer months, like I need to go like cold brew type stuff.
Even that, dude. Like I'll drink hot coffee on the hottest day of the year.
I will drink hot coffee. I feel like cold brew, honestly, I feel like lasts me longer.
See, for me, I think it's the opposite because, like, if something is cold, I'm more inclined to drink it faster and drink more of it.
And I usually am. I mean, hence beer, right?
Hence beer. I drink like a goddamn fish.
And that's why I stopped drinking soda because, like, it was cold. So, like, I would just down it.
Yeah.
But, like, hot coffee, for some reason, I feel like, I mean, granted, I'm not drinking a whole pot of it right now.
Yeah.
And so, like, Jen and I have talked about, like, looking at getting a different coffee maker to be able to do pots instead of using because like I had the reusable K-cup thing. Yeah. And like, when it was just me, like that was one thing. Like, because I would do one, maybe two of them. Well, now it's like, all right, I'm doing one, maybe two. She's usually doing at least two. And so it's like, all right, we're going through four of those. Like, all right, at that point, we might as well just do a pot.
Yeah, it's a time suck to have to make all...
Well, like the reusable ones.
Yeah.
Then we got to clean them out and scrub them out. And I mean, I don't like scrub them, but like I dump out the grinds in the trash and then I rinse out the cup and try to, like, if I'm immediately using it, like, okay, I'm going to try to dry it out a little bit so that way I can put the fresh grind in it. And then that way it's not like clumping to the sides as I'm trying to use the Keurig.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, oh, good God, don't ever buy the Good Gather. Good God, don't buy Good and Gather. Cold brew. Bullshit.
Yeah. What did I say this was? Episode 33?
Yeah, sure.
33-2. I don't think we're going to get through a third beer on this episode.
I don't know. Probably not.
Because we're at 52 minutes now.
Oh, goddamn.
As I've been processing stuff, I'm like, we need to try and get it back down to like in the 50 range.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I might have to upgrade plans here soon.
Whoops.
That way we get.
Hey, we're just having more stuff to talk about,
Ultimately, it may come down to where like I just pay the extra $4 a month to get like the extra hour.
Yeah.
Versus upgrading plans because it's like 6 hours for $18 or whatever. I don't remember what it is right off. Not that button. Resources? No. I can't remember what it is. Plan. There we go. Oh yeah. So because they changed the plans. Buzzsprout changed the plans. So like I'm still paying $12. But the plans now is $12 a month for 4 hours or for 3 hours, where I'm paying 12. We are paying $12 for 4 hours. So it was 18, I think, for 8 hours, and now it's 18 for 6.
Yeah.
But then if you have to load, we would get 6 hours of content, and if we have to upload additional content, then it's $3 per hour. Or now we're paying $4 an hour, and we've done that like once.
Yeah.
And then if we get more subscribers, or as we get more subscribers,
when
we get more subscribers, I was kind of trying to phrase it as we get more subscribers, it won't be as big of a deal because the idea is like basically they're helping us pay for the plan, and we can easily upgrade the plan. And then if I got to start paying a little bit again, it is what it is. But like I know we talked about, almost starting to try and do like a sports type of thing too. And then, starting to try and do more YouTube stuff as well. Yeah.
Wiener dog.
I want you to email them and be like, hey, can we use your song for our theme song? Probably tell you to fuck off.
The Viagra Boys.
Hi, bud. No, we're not playing, dude. You've been out for a walk.
It's not a party until the wiener comes out. And it's a wiener dog.
Oh, yeah. Jim bought me this shirt. Yeah. So I'm like, either way.
That's good.
I mean, and their biggest plan, it's $24 a month. You get 12 hours.
Hey.
And then if you need to upload more content, it's $2 an hour.
Wow.
I mean, if we can get up to that'd be
compared
great.
to what, 4 and 3?
Yeah, we're doing $12 a month, but we get 4 hours. So because they changed their plans in the last year.
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't wanted to fuck with the plan.
Got grandfathered in on that one.
Yep, and it actually says at the top, you're grandfathered in.
Booyah!
But then so I think there's been once or twice we paid an extra $4 for an additional hour.
Yeah.
Because actually I need to work on some stuff this week because our plan, it changes out on the 5th every month. So I need to get the next episode because I think I do like how it says you can upload another so many minutes or hours of content this cycle. So I'm just cool. It gives you a nice little indicator. Because I know our next episode is technically over 55 minutes. And we are over 55 minutes on this episode now, too.
55.45.
46. 47.
8.
48. Riveting content.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting and compelling.
No, it's been good.
It's been a good episode, yeah. But we got another one we got to record.
We sure do.
We got to be done by 2-ish. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so everybody, make sure you're giving us a follow. The Best of KC should be out there now for voting.
Yeah, we'll see where we come.
We don't know what we have available.
Phrasing.
And then unfortunately, when the next episode we record, it'll be towards the end of the.
Which one's phrasing? I forgot. It's been so long.
Where's the thing go?
Where's my cheat sheet?
There you go.
Phrasing.
God dang it. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to record another episode, and that one will be coming up towards the end of the voting cycle.
Yeah.
So that'll be unfortunate because we'll know here in just a couple days from the recording of this episode.
What is it? The 6th is when they release it.
5th, I believe. Okay. So this episode will come in on the 13th.
Be sure to vote for me for best bartender in Kansas City again.
And that would be his endorsement for Bryan, who is me. Thanks for an endorsement, Conor.
Vote for both of us.
Vote for me first. Are you
Vote
trying
for
to
Zeke.
Summon a demon?
Vote for Zeke, apparently.
Dear Lord, man, what are you doing? Arr. Aye. Please do tell. He's just play with me. All right. Anyway, thank you guys.
That was good.
Make sure you give us likes and follows. We're going to start working on some more video stuff as well. And make sure you're looking out for the YouTube video. Will be coming out. We'll probably try to put that out. Try to get that done probably early October.
Oh yeah.
That way everybody has all of October to enjoy our nonsense of drinking.
We have to buy more pumpkin beers.
We do.
So
we got 4.
We need more.
We can hit easily 10, if not 12 or 14. That's going to be Brad. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Toodles, y'all.
See you
on the next
episode.
On the next one.
Cheers.